It's a good time of year to go out and look for mullein plant. As you can see, that plant right there is mullein plant. It's a biennial plant. On the second year, it grows the flowers. And so it loves gravel. I'm driving down a gravel road. There's a bunch of it right there. Now, depending on your state, and you'll have to check with your state, it could be illegal to pick wild plants. I've read a few years ago in the state of Missouri, it's illegal to pick wild plants. However, I don't think they enforce it, because if they did, the people that go out and pick wild mushrooms would be paying fines. So don't get caught. But that is what it looks like. Get you a better picture. Like I said, go country driving. Store this stuff in styrofoam coolers. In a styrofoam cooler, it'll stay green for a couple years at least. When I get back to my house, I'll show you some that I put in a styrofoam cooler 3 or 4 years ago, and it's not brown. Put it in a bag, it'll mold on you. So store it in a styrofoam cooler. And by the way, it's June the 13th, and it's, like I said, it's a great time to go out to be getting this mullein plant. And there's a couple roads around here that once the county mows the ditches, the mullein plant is gone on those roads. So make sure you go out and look for it before the county mows the ditches. And you might have to drive down a few gravel roads before you see any of this plant, but it loves growing in rocks. And so grab your sweetheart, go on a country road drive, enjoy the moment. But there's some right there. And I don't have to pick this stuff because I have lots of it growing in my yard. And I tell my neighbors what this plant is good for, so they don't mow it down. And you could see there's 3 plants here. There's actually more. There's one to the right, one right there, one there, and I mow around those plants. And there's a bunch on my concrete pad. Like I said, there's quite a bit on my concrete pad. There's one there, and there's one that's growing underneath this trailer right there. And there's 2 plants right there. Like I said, this is the second stage where they produce seeds. Those yellow flowers are seeds. And you could see there's one there. There's some growing over here, there. There's some back here. it loves growing in rocks. And so, if I was to dig up where those plants are growing, I bet you there's a bunch of rocks. And so when I'm mowing, I look for this plant and I don't mow it down. I want it growing all over my property. And right back here, there's a great big plant right there where this tornado took out that tree, but there's a plant right there. More of it right there. Big plant right here with the seeds. Another plant right here. Now when they start growing, they grow really fast. Again, I don't mow this stuff down because I know the health benefits. Or I try not to mow it down. Now I'm going to take you inside and show you that styrofoam cooler. And we're getting more rain. I'm telling you, I lived here since 2008, and I don't remember it raining as much as it has this year. More plant right outside my house, and there's more over there. Now this is that styrofoam cooler I was telling you about. Yeah, it's got a bunch of junk on it. So let me move that lid out of the way. Now, this stuff is just now turning brown, and it's been in this container for 2, 3, 4 years. But you can burn this stuff like an incense and get health benefits from that way. Or you could even smoke it like tobacco. And there's a raccoon ready to be fed. They always wait for me to get home to feed them. Come on, sweetie. Come on. And this is a mom, you can tell by her teats. Come on, sweetie. Come on. You want this? You better come get it. She might be camera shy. Now, people will tell you raccoons come out during the daytime because they have rabies. Those people are full of crap. Mama raccoons come out during the daytime because they're hungry. Their babies are sleeping and they want to eat so they can produce milk to feed their babies. Now, I did have one raccoon here a little over a week ago that showed signs of rabies. And it was just wandering in circles, not eating or anything during the daytime. And I went to shoot it, and long story short, it ran off. A week later, I went and saw my friend in the Springfield area. Then I went and saw my sister in the Columbia area. And when I got back, there was a baby raccoon that was sleeping on that concrete pad. And it had its teeth. I nursed it. I had it for a couple of days. I ended up putting the baby down because it was sick. it was, I got dogs and coyotes and stuff around here. It was better me putting that raccoon down than a dog ripping it apart, which would be, if you were a baby, that would be a bad thing to do. For those people who thought I was full of crap, Missouri Department of Conservation, 3 CSR 1011 135 wild plants. Collecting or possessing wild plants and their unprocessed parts is prohibited. Taking edible wild greens is prohibited. So, because this mullein plant is edible, it's prohibited. But picking like wildflowers and stuff like that, unless you're going to eat them, it's prohibited. Don't get caught. It's an overview, benefits, mullein plant, supporting respiratory health, promoting digestive well-being, and potentially aiding in pain relief. There's a lot of other stuff that is supposedly good for it, but the main thing is loosens mucus. Mullein is an expectorant, a substance that thins mucus. This is healthline.com. Some active compounds of mullein include saponins, which have anti-inflammatory, pain relieving, and anti-tumor properties. Flavonoids, which have antitoxins and anti-inflammatory properties, which have anti-inflammatory, antitoxin, and antiviral properties, which have anti-inflammatory properties. And the list goes on and on and on and on. And you could find that it's, some people take it for gout. And you can find all kinds of YouTube videos on it, to include mine. I hope y'all like this video. Give me a thumbs up. Go out and find yourself some mullein plants. Store it in a styrofoam cooler. It'll save longer than you storing it in a bag or whatever.